In this video, I want to show you exactly how to overcome your fear of being in front of a camera. Look, this is a challenge that many entrepreneurs face, but few really talk about. Whether you're a business owner, a content creator, or someone that just wants to connect more authentically online with your customers or potential customers, then this video is for you. Look, I get it. Being in front of a camera can feel like you're standing on a stage with thousands of people just watching. What if I told you that conquering this fear could actually be the key to unlocking a whole new level of engagement and opportunity for you and your business? Now, I know you might be skeptical and you might be thinking, sure, easier said than done, right? But trust me, I've been there and I've found ways to go through this, and I'm here to really help guide you through some very simple steps. Oh, and if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a very simple hack that will help you increase your video output by at least 100% without costing you any more time or money. By the way, if this is our first time meeting, welcome. My name is Emmanuel, and this channel is all about helping founders and entrepreneurs just like you with practical, actionable strategies to really master some of the skills that you need to grow your business online. Look, we've all been there, feeling a bunch of fear at the thought of recording video. It was scary for me personally, but conquering it actually opened up a bunch of new avenues for my business and my personal brand. And over the years, I've dedicated myself to really helping other founders overcome this hurdle. These are clients ranging from solopreneurs to business owners with small teams. They pretty much face the exact same common challenge, and it's this anxiety of being in front of a camera. I want to share with you some of my techniques that I've used on my journey, and really the culmination of all real world successes from people that we've worked with who have stood up exactly where you are and looked at themselves in front of a camera and just hit the record button successfully. So let's dive into it. And I first want to start by really identifying the big problems most entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and founders face when it comes to camera anxiety. Now, understanding these challenges is really your first step to overcoming them. And the first one being the fear of judgment. This one's huge. Look, many of us, we really worry about how we'll be perceived by others. Will they think that we're not professional, or maybe we're too amateur? Then there's this other feeling, and it's discomfort with self-presentation. It's not just about what we say, it's how we say it, or maybe how we appear when we're saying it. Look, many founders, they struggle with this feeling, and it's uncomfortable because they feel discomfort from their appearance or maybe their voice in terms of being on camera. And this discomfort can lead to a lack of authenticity in your videos, making it really hard for your audience to really connect with you. And lastly, another big problem is technical overwhelm. Navigating the techniques and technical aspects of video production, like lighting or sound or even editing. This is all overwhelming stuff, and it could lead to a lot of procrastination or subpar video quality, which in turn affects your credibility and maybe your effectiveness to deliver the value and content that you're planning and trying to create. Now, in each one of these cases, the consequences are pretty clear. Your business growth is gonna stall. Your message doesn't reach enough people who need to hear it, and your brand doesn't really get the visibility it deserves. But don't worry, we're gonna tackle all of these problems one by one and really hopefully turn them around by the end of this video. So every founder, every entrepreneur, they all have their own unique set of fears when it comes to being on camera. Identifying your specific fear, it's crucial to overcoming it. And the way that we do that is simple. We start by asking ourselves some very key questions, like, what aspects of being on camera make me nervous? Is this a fear of stumbling over our words, or maybe it's worrying that we don't come across knowledgeable enough? Or maybe it's something as simple as we just don't like the way we sound. Maybe we feel that our voice is annoying. Be honest with yourself here. This is about getting to the root cause of your anxiety. And talking about this root cause, for some of us, it might be a past experience that maybe didn't go well. While for others, it could also be a limiting belief that we're just not camera material. Now, once you've identified and pinpointed these fears, pat yourself on the back. You've taken the big first and pretty much hardest step towards actually conquering them. Remember, acknowledging the fear, it's really the beginning step to overcoming it. And now that we've identified your fears, it's really time to face them. And look, this isn't going to happen overnight or really just by watching this video once. This is about taking strategic steps to gradually overcome your camera anxiety. And the first step is to start reframing our mindset. It's easy to fall into this spiral of just negative talk, especially when we're facing a lens. Start by shifting your focus. Instead of thinking about everything that could go wrong, concentrate on why you're doing this, your passion, the message, and the value that you're trying to relay to your audience. Remember, the people that are watching you, They're here to hear what you have to say, not judge how you say it. The next piece of this, practice makes progress. And what I mean is practice being in front of a camera. You don't have to publish it, just record yourself with the intent to get comfortable with the process. You just need to hit the record button. And then from here, watch these videos, familiarize yourself with how you speak and how you present yourself, and then maybe identify one thing that you can improve, and then record yourself in another video implementing that one improvement. And you'll find that your confidence will start to build over time, and it'll become a lot easier to actually hit the publish button after recording. Now let's talk about the technical skills of this. If technical aspects of the lighting, sound, and editing feel overwhelming to you, then take it one step at a time. Look, YouTube, it's pretty much your best friend for tutorials that can help you improve each one of these skills at your own pace. Your proficiency in these areas significantly boosts your confidence, and I highly recommend you just try to tackle all of these little things one at a time. Don't try to improve all of it at once. And lastly, and finally, you have to learn how to embrace imperfection. There's this Japanese term, or philosophy, it's called wabi-sabi, and it means finding beauty in the imperfect. Every speaker, every influencer that you admire started somewhere and made a bunch of mistakes on the way. So stop thinking that you're special, because real talk, you're not. I highly recommend you just embrace your imperfections, embrace your quirks, embrace your unique presentation style. And these imperfections are really what are going to make you relatable and sound more genuine. And really, by allowing yourself the grace to learn and to grow and understand that this is an imperfect journey, it really, bottom line, actually resonates really well with your audience. We've talked about identifying and addressing fears. Now let's start talking about some tangible, actionable stuff that you can start implementing today to really overcome your anxiety. First, I want to talk about your environment, your filming environment specifically. It has a big impact on your comfort level. So I recommend choosing a space that you feel really comfortable in. It could be your office, it could be a quiet room, it could be outside. And if you don't have a nice space, then just create one. It could be a simple one. But if you're concerned about the background, don't be. Because the bottom line is people aren't paying attention to the background as much as you think. Next up, it's to script it out. While you eventually want to feel comfortable speaking off the cuff, I'll be honest, starting off, writing a script actually will be a huge help. And I should also add, if you feel like you sound like a robot writing the script, just create some bullet points. Give yourself a roadmap of what to say, and at the end of the day, all it's gonna do is reduce the anxiety of you maybe forgetting your lines or your talking points that you wanna track. And another key to the strategy, it's to start small. You don't need to record a full-length podcast off the bat or even an hour-long video. Start with short videos like on Instagram Reels or TikTok or YouTube. They don't need to be long. To be honest, you'd actually get a lot of traction on videos that are 7 seconds or less. And this will help build your confidence really without feeling overwhelmed. Should also add, maybe consider a support system. Sometimes having a friend or a colleague with you while you're recording, it can ease some of this tension and pressure. They can also provide you with some immediate feedback, some encouragement, and even contribute to some constructive conversation to make things feel a little bit more natural. And the last thing I want to mention is consistent practice. This is really the most crucial part. The more you do it, the better you get. Maybe set a goal of recording a certain number of videos per week. No matter how short, just stick with it. And some real talk here. In fact, one of the clients that we work with, his goal was to record 100 videos. Just not being critical of himself or anything. He just hit the record button, then he posted. And interestingly enough, the way this story pans out is that on his 63rd video, he ended up acquiring a client that direct messaged him and gave him a deal for $150K. And this client also promised to be $1 million in with him by the end of 2024. Bottom line here is that we're building a muscle, and you got to start light before you can start showing up every single day with heavy weight, expecting this to grow really fast. By the way, if you want some hands-on help with this kind of stuff, or you need some help maybe ideating topics, or someone to coach you through your imposter syndrome, or really help you create some systems that'll make it a lot easier for you to show up daily, make these videos, and scale, we actually have a program. It's called Community Builder, and we work hand in hand and walk you through this all. There's a link in the description for a quick 10-minute chat. Highly recommend you book it if you need some help. All right, now moving on to a crucial part of our journey. It is about building confidence to making your message stick. First, I want to talk a little bit more about familiarity. The more familiar you are with the content that you're talking, the more confident you'll feel. I should also add that this doesn't mean memorizing the script or whatever you're planning to say word for word, but it's better just in general to understand the topic so well that you sound really natural and confident talking about it. And if you don't know the topic well enough, then honestly, just spend some time thinking about it or learning about it, or ask ChatGPT to give you the summary for it. I should also add visualization. It is a very powerful tool here. Before hitting the record button, take a moment to really visualize what success looks like in delivering this message, and do it with a lot of energy, because at the end of the day, bottom line, viewers, they can feel the energy that you're giving off when you're recording these videos. So do a little bit of mental rehearsal in your mind, and you'll find that it'll actually significantly boost your confidence and your appearance on these videos. Oh, and body language, I should also add, it's a big key to confidence as well. So your physical posture can really influence your mental state. Practice standing or sitting in a way that makes you feel comfortable and powerful and you're in control. This could be as simple as, keeping your back straight and your shoulders back and making sure that you're looking directly at the camera. One last thing to mention about this, confidence, it builds over time. So with each video that you record, you're not just sharing your message, you're also strengthening your confidence muscle. This is a gradual process, but with consistent effort, you'll start to notice a big difference in how you feel and how you're presenting yourself on camera. Okay, now let's dive into some tools and techniques that can actually make a big difference in the video quality and your overall comfort level being in front of a camera. Okay, let's first start talking about equipment. You don't need some fancy gear to make great content, but a few key pieces will help. Like for example, a solid, really decent quality microphone can make a world of a difference. Also, a simple ring light, it'll make you look a lot more professional. Get a tripod for your camera or maybe your phone. It just looks better when the shots are steady. And these three things will elevate your video significantly. And with regards to software, let's just keep it simple. Look, there's plenty of video editing tools out there to enhance your videos without overwhelming you. Like a really simple and powerful one that we use, that we recommend, it's CapCut. It's by far the easiest we've seen to polish up and edit videos to make them look really professional overnight. And you don't need a ton of crazy video editing experience to be able to use it. All right, next let's talk about your background a little bit more. A tidy, well-arranged backdrop can be a lot less distracting to your audience. So keep in mind, it doesn't have to be elaborate, just clean and organized. Oh, and lastly, I do want to add a teleprompter or a teleprompting app is a game changer. If you're struggling with remembering your lines or staying on track, then a simple teleprompter will save you a ton of time. It also allows you to read your script while still looking at the camera. There is a cool teleprompting app that I recommend called Big Vu. You can see all of your script while it's actually recording off of your phone. All right, finally, the last little bit of this on the technical piece is developing a pre-recording routine. This could be setting up some exercises to just relax, or maybe a few minutes of meditation, or heck, maybe a shot of tequila. My go-to is some Celsius for this. Find out what works for you to get you in the right mindset before you start recording. By the way, if you found any value at all in this video so far, really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe button, the bell icon, all that fun stuff. Now, remember I mentioned earlier a simple hack to double your video output without spending some extra money? Well, here it is. It's to batch record and schedule your content. It's simply just setting aside a day or a few hours of a day to record multiple videos in one go. A bit of a buffer for your content, and it makes sure that you have a steady stream of videos without feeling the pressure of having to record daily. Also, here's a very crucial part to this. Once you've recorded something, resist the urge to second guess yourself. Do not fall into the trap of just overanalyzing this video that you just created and potentially just scrapping the work. Instead, let technology or someone else handle the publishing for this. If you find it challenging to hit the publish button, then just try hiring a virtual assistant to edit and publish these videos for you. This approach, it does a couple of things. It helps you stay consistent with your content, and it also removes the opportunity for you to self-sabotage. You won't be around to overthink and stop the video from going live. It's also about creating a system that bypasses those last-minute limiting beliefs and self-doubts. Because remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. Every video you put out there is an opportunity to connect, to grow, and to improve. So use this hack to your advantage, keep practicing, and watch your confidence and your business really start booming.